Alright guys, Ivan here, and this is your Puerto Rico Pro Open Bodybuilding lineup. On the right here you can see John De La Rosa, who actually won the show. On the left side you're gonna see Milan Shadek, who actually took second place. These two guys in the middle took third and fourth, and I don't really know their names. They're not that relevant in the industry, so I'm not gonna even comment on them. They look great, that's for sure, but look at John's back. Damn, and glutes. He improved so much from New York. This is crazy transformation. I expected Milan to win this show because he actually beat John at the New York Pro, and I think he should have actually been lower than fourth, John I mean. But this time he really brought an amazing conditioning, and this is I think the first time for me to see him bringing this kind of conditioning. So now the judges put them in the middle because it is obvious that they're gonna win, and probably decided who's gonna be third and fourth. And now let's compare them, but I think judges already knew because it was a big difference between these two guys. John was actually much bigger than Milan, especially through the arms, also through the legs, basically everything, especially from the back. But one thing I don't like on John's physique is his legs, simply the shape of them. And they always look kind of watery, but right now, yeah, he got them dry for sure. But in this pose, when he flexes them, in the absent eyes, they look okay. They look good, but when he actually just stands there in semi-relaxed poses, they don't look super sharp for some reason. They're just the shape of them, I believe. Here also you can see the size difference, especially through the glutes and hamstrings, and also, I mean, the shoulders, the upper body. John was convincing winner here. I mean, it was basically obvious. And also the conditioning. Now look at the glutes and the hamstrings. Compare them to Milan's. He's actually in better conditioning, and now you can see the thickness of the back. A huge difference. A huge difference. So really props to John. Props to John. I mean, this Flex Lewis training probably paid off. Yeah, he trains with Flex Lewis for some time now, and apparently he made a lot of progress. At the New York Pro, he wasn't on. He was off, but he probably just messed up his peak week and probably did it right this time around and brought much better shape. Milan looked great. Milan looked probably the same as he looked in New York. I don't think he was off. I just think John improved a lot, and John just packs a lot more muscle. So that's about it, I believe. In this pose, John's legs look a bit better, but still not as good as Milan's. They're not separated, you cannot see any feathers, they just look a little bit watery. But I think that's just genetics. Look at the vastus medialis, the teardrop, the inner part. It just doesn't look right. But everything else is on point. And now his legs look great. Yeah, only in this pose, most muscular. When he puts his arms on his hips and flexes his quads, that's when his legs are looking sharp. But that's the only pose, I believe. Alright, they're shifting them around again. I guess they want to compare a little bit more. These guys looked great as well. They are taller than both of them, than both John and Milan, but it wasn't enough. They're just not as thick. And yeah, front double bicep, one of the best poses of Milan. He looks very aesthetic, he has a nice flow, but the thickness of the physique, the density of the muscle, you know, John was just bigger, he was fuller, it was harder as well, and it was a convincing win, I believe so. I like Milan's legs from the front more, but that's about it. Everything else is on John's side. And here you can see the thickness of the glutes and the hamstrings. John's hamstrings are really good, also the thickness of the shoulders and chest. John De La Rosa is not a newbie. He has been doing this sport for a while, and Milan is pretty new at this, but definitely not as experienced as John, and didn't have enough time, as much as John did, to put on some serious mass. But look at John's back double bicep, really looks proper. From head to toe, calves, hamstrings, glutes, lower back, upper back, everything is on point. Look at the Christmas tree. I'm really blown away with this John De La Rosa shape. I believe this is his best. Yeah, his best ever. I never really expected much from him. I was always expecting a lot when I saw his gym photos, because he does have those crazy muscle bellies. He's so full, he has long bellies all over him, but when it comes to showtime, he never really brings that hard, grainy conditioning. But not this time around. This time around, look at his abs. Jesus, he really got peeled to the bone. And I was never a big fan of him simply because of that, because he never comes conditioned, but now I think I am. Yeah, I really like what I see. He is short, that's true, but the length of his muscle bellies and the shape that he has, the structure, I like it. I like what I see. And the conditioning is on point. There is no bubble gut as well. None. None. His stomach looks very flat. I like to see that. Now take a look at New York Pro version. Yeah, he's fuller, and yeah, the lighting was horrible, almost non-existent at the New York Pro. New York Pro is known for having great lighting. Really great lighting in the years before, but this year lighting was horrible. Horrible. Really, really bad. But anyways, even though it was bad lighting, you can still see that John wasn't on. He was watery. He was full. He wasn't flat. He was full, but there are no details on his physique. None whatsoever. Basically just blurry, very blurry physique. And compared to now this edition, big difference, big difference. And you can look at his quads. That's something he's not known for. His quads are usually blurry. That's just how his quads genetically are. Not his best body part. They're not small by any means, but the shape of them, the structure, not ideal. But now he got them peeled, and when he flexes them right here, you can see they look great. And look at his chest, his abs. His abs look really aesthetic. This is not something you see on every bodybuilder, on every competitor. They usually have messed up stomachs, but John is an exception. He has really beautiful stomach, beautiful lines overall, really good structure. And I like what I saw at this Puerto Rico Pro. He won, deservedly so. I like to see some drama and to give you some controversy, to tell you that somebody got robbed, but I cannot say anything like that here because it was very convincing win for John De La Rosa. So by winning this show, I believe he qualified for the Mr. Olympia. And what will his result be? Tell me in the comment section below, what do you think? Will he crack the top 10, top 6, top 8? I believe he has pretty decent chances of cracking the top 10. Maybe be 10th place, but not much better than that. We'll see what happens, but tell me in the comment section below what is your take on it. Anyways, great addition of John De La Rosa, probably his best ever. I would say so, best ever up to date. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video. If you want to see more bodybuilding content, subscribe to my channel. All the best, guys. Bye bye.